An Air Force veteran turned Major League pitcher, Paul Skenes is a force to reckon with. From his early years as a high school standout to his recent win against the Chicago Cubs, here's everything you need to know. If you believe great athletes are born and not made, Paul Skenes is certainly a prime example. As his proud parents, Craig and Karen, told MLB.com in 2024, they knew their son was destined for greatness early on. At just 7 years old, Skenes was constantly playing with a baseball and watching as many games as he could on TV. He told MLB.com, "It's all I've ever done, really. Baseball is the only sport I ever wanted to play." While he was trying out for USA Baseball's 12U national team in 2014, Skenes met his eventual high school coach, Mike Gonzalez. Gonzalez told the Lafayette Daily Advertiser, he had a great arm and he had great mechanics. Needless to say, Skenes made the official roster. Once he reached high school, Skenes had big shoes to fill. El Toro High and Gonzalez had already produced several major leaguers, Matt Chapman, Nolan Arenado, and Austin Romine by that time. But Skenes immediately stood out as something special. Gonzalez told The Athletic, "Out of those 4 guys, Paul had the most power in batting practice in high school. Without a doubt, he could hit the ball farther at that time in high school than all 3 of those guys." Skenes' sheer size was also on display as a 6'1" freshman. Once Paul Skenes graduated from El Toro High, he had no questions about where to go next. With his sights set on the military, Skenes enrolled in the United States Air Force Academy and briefly put baseball on the back burner. While he did join the team his freshman year, he opted for a relief pitcher role. Even so, his coaches were blown away by his hitting and catching, particularly his 92-mile-per-hour fastballs. His former Air Force pitching coach, Ryan Forrest, told MLB.com, "I could go on for days with stories about that kid, but the one word I always use to tell people about him is he's superhuman." During his sophomore year, he wanted more game time and asked to be made the Friday night starter. His request was granted, and it changed everything.
I would never have thought that I would be where I am today.
To say the military was Paul Skenes' passion might be an understatement. The future baseball great took his time at the Air Force Academy seriously and was adamant that others do the same. As his former coach, Ryan Forrest, told MLB.com, he'll never forget the time the former Mountain West Freshman of the Year ripped into 2 fellow cadets who he believed were disrespecting the United States and its military. As the story goes, tradition dictated that the flag be brought down and the anthem played each day at 4:45 p.m. Everyone was expected to stand at attention during this time, but Skenes noticed 2 guys who weren't. Making their disregard for orders even more disrespectful was the fact that 13 service members had died in the headline-making Kabul airport attack earlier that day. The second the anthem ended, Skenes immediately gave the cadets a piece of his mind. Forrest told MLB.com, "It shows the type of person Paul Skenes is. It shows his character. It shows his morals." Fellow Air Force baseball coach Mike Kozlowski also remembers that incident with pride. He told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, "When you start talking about leadership, he doesn't look to his left and right and go, 'Hey, those kids weren't doing it right.' He took it upon himself to correct it. I think that tells you a lot about who he is as a person and as a man."
I think it was always my dream to serve.
Paul Skenes' passion for service runs deep, and that passion is a family tradition. 2 of his uncles are Navy veterans, while another is actively serving in the Coast Guard. Clearly, their experiences were a positive influence on Skenes' decision to one day be a fighter pilot. As a freshman at the Air Force Academy, he completed the notoriously difficult 6-week basic cadet training and saw it as a blessing. He told military.com, "You're forced to figure out life really quickly. Those 37 days, I never want to do that again, but it's 100% shaped who I am today." As a sophomore, his leadership blossomed as he continued to serve others. In addition to completing his own training and coursework, he tutored teammates in math and science and helped a South Korean exchange student improve his English. In short, he went above and beyond. As his dad proudly told The Athletic, the academy did a lot of things for him in terms of transitioning from that boy to a man. But it didn't just make him a better person, it made him a better athlete too. While his dream of becoming a fighter pilot may not have come true, Skenes' time at the academy turned him into an invaluable asset on the pitcher's mound. As LSU coach Wes Johnson told The Athletic, it instilled in Skenes the, quote, ability to stretch his mind to these uncomfortable limits.
I think the Air Force Academy is just an awesome all-around place to be.
Paul Skenes was faced with a difficult decision in 2022. While he was sure he wanted to serve, he also understood that would mean giving up his MLB dreams. Staying at the Air Force Academy would require him to postpone his baseball ambitions until after he graduated and finished his service. At that point, it may have been too late. Ultimately, Skenes decided to enter the transfer portal and ended up at LSU. Skenes told MLB.com, "That was the toughest decision of my life. I realized I've got one shot at this. I've got a couple shots at serving. It proved to be the right decision. While at LSU, Skenes put aside catching and hitting and honed in on pitching. With the right coaching and training, he soon solidified his status as a certified LSU legend. Skenes said of his time at the school, "I don't know if they changed my career, but they definitely got me on a better trajectory." Skenes was at LSU for less than a year when he was selected by the Pittsburgh Pirates with first overall pick in the 2023 MLB draft. Pirates manager Derek Shelton received a call soon after from his old friend and Skenes LSU pitching coach Wes Johnson. Shelton told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, "He told me he was one of the most advanced pitchers he had been around in college. Then who he is as a person, aside from pitching, is really elite." However, despite such high praise and the Pirates' investment, Skenes was sent down to the minors. General manager Ben Cherington explained the move was all about Skenes' long-term development. He said in a statement, "He's checked all of the boxes we aimed for him to check during the 2023 season. The goal now is to focus on a complete offseason in preparation for his first full professional year in 2024. Not surprisingly, Skenes quickly rose up the minor league ranks and started the 2024 season pitching for the AAA Indianapolis Indians. He easily dominated the competition with 45 strikeouts and a .99 earned run average across 27.1 innings. On May 11, 2024, Skenes made his long-awaited MLB debut against the Chicago Cubs. Although he was a bit shaky and pitched less than 5 innings, the rookie put on a show with 17 pitches clocked at speeds of 100 miles per hour or more. Skenes brought his usual pragmatism to the post-game interview.
Major league hitters or not, just have to get them out quicker.
Paul Skenes' time at LSU did more than help launch his professional baseball career. It was on that campus where he met his current partner, gymnast and social media star Olivia Dunne. Skenes told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette that his best friend was dating Dunne's roommate at the time, and the rest is history. Since then, Dunne has become one of the budding star's biggest supporters. She's a regular at her Beau's baseball games, and, as he told MLB Network, she played a big role in the lead-up to his May 2024 Major League debut. He explained, "She's helped me in a lot of ways in terms of managing all the hype, I guess, if you will, and how to manage everything that goes around being a pro athlete, because she's kind of lived it. It's been great." Dunne credits their personality differences for helping keep their relationship strong. She told ESPN, "He's pretty level-headed all the time. That's what I love about him. I have a crazy lifestyle and things get thrown my way all the time, and he's very level, and I just think it's a very good match." Paul Skenes has made it clear that he hopes to return to the military one day, and his mentors have no doubt he'll make that happen. His former Air Force Academy coach, Mike Kozlowski, told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, "Once his days playing professional sports are over, he wants the opportunity to come back and serve. Wearing basically USA across your front, meaning our nation's uniform, is far more important to Paul Skenes than wearing a Pirates uniform." These aren't just words from Kozlowski. Skenes has used his fame to fundraise and advocate for veterans and their families since college. As an ambassador for True Victory, a sportswear company founded by veterans and first responders, Skenes collaborated with the brand to create the True Victory PS20 NIL collection. He said of the partnership, "I am extremely appreciative of the people who serve and have served in our military, and I want to support them in any way possible." According to his ambassador page, a portion of each sale will go to support Folds of Honor, a nonprofit that gives scholarships to spouses and children of fallen and disabled servicemen and women. Folds of Honor holds a special place in Skenes' heart, as he has raised over $60,000 for the organization since 2023.